Most places do run to alarm systems, you realise? Probably have security guards.
We are not stealing anything.
The place is probably full of dogs.
You like dogs?
I'd get on all right with the ones that aren't trained to rip you to pieces on sight, yeah.
I can't hear any dogs.
No, their teeth muffle the sound, that's why.
Come on, quiet. We are looking for information. We're private investigators on a case. We're not criminals.
I hope the alarm bells can make that distinction.
Shh.
Gonna hang it out to dry.
Shh. I'm listening.
It's a door, Bryce.
Each lock has its own signature tune, its own distinctive combination of sounds. Oi, this way.
How did you do that?
Whistle the Blue Danube. Come on.
Please be careful.
You all right, Twinkle Toes? Someone's done this place over.
Rubbish.
Well, what's all this stuff doing on the floor then?
I almost don't believe this. Charge them.
Well, that seemed to go pretty well.
Hello there.
Good morning.
Booking Kingdom, please. H Kingdom. Has anyone played golf here?
Yes, they certainly do.
I'm very keen to play one on here. I wondered if someone could give me some sort of briefing about the local courses.
Sit down, Jack. Tell me, how's the Fitzroy business?
We're finished with that now.
You caught them?
No, they moved to Abbotsford.
Abbotsford caught them?
Abbotsford wouldn't even know they were there unless they walked into the station and put an axe through the duty roster.
You're still unhappy with Abbotsford. Have you talked it over with Dave?
Well, Dave was supposed to be getting back to me, but he must have suddenly got very busy. They have a lot of jaywalking up that way.
I'd like you to do something for me. There's a bloke out here from London, an Interpol man. Got here a couple of days ago. The only thing he's asked for so far is a bag of golf clubs. You play golf?
Only very slightly. You tried Abbotsford? You must be knocking on the door of national selection up there.
I'd like you to look after him.
Look, I haven't got time to be looking
Listen, I need someone good for this. I can't give him just anyone. He's a top man and he's here on a very important case. Now, you know more about the local setup than anyone. You know that. If I gave him somebody else, they'd have to come back to you sooner or later. I'm not asking you to do this, player. This is by way of being an order.
Hello. I wonder if you can help me. I'm a journalist and I'm putting together an article about private investigators and I'm told your operation is one of the best. Yes, yes. Tell me, are they ex-police? They are, I see. Yes. Would that apply to most private investigators in this city, would you say?
Caught breaking into a shopping centre in the middle of the night by about 2,000 paupers. And what do?
Believe it, Ken.
Put Blair under citizen's arrest.
We're in the clear. We weren't stealing.
We were returning some trouser gussets, but we couldn't get there during normal trading hours.
A good lawyer will get us off, no problems.
I'm relieved to hear it.
Do you know any?
There's no such thing as a good lawyer, Bryce.
Hello? Yes. Oh, my God. Yeah, look, I'll be there in 5 minutes, all right? Greg Norman can drive a ball 300 yards with a 2-iron. Detective Sergeant Blair can drive from home to his office in just under 25 minutes.
Sorry, you. That's all right. You missed me. Jack, why don't you borrow my 8-iron? Onto the green. There we are.
Are they all right?
Yes. One of them's demanding to see someone from Amnesty International.
Oh, dear. What about the other one?
Wants a policewoman to feed his brother's dog. So, Blair's letting him go. He won't be charging him. I've caught the real crooks.
Do they know that?
No, he hasn't told them yet. I don't think he wants you to either.
Ah, Hugh, how's the golf been going?
Oh, splendidly. Marvellous course. You really are very lucky here.
Yes, we are indeed. How about Jack? How have you been going?
Oh, he's improving all the time. Another couple of rounds, he'll be charging on the back nine. Haven't you told him?
Didn't think it was...
Tell me what, Jack?
He did a hole-in-one.
Really? That's fantastic. Well done.
Well done indeed. Cost him a fortune in the clubhouse. Had to use his bank card.
Came off a tree. It was really a tree in one and a hole in two.
But that doesn't matter, does it?
Absolutely not. I never saw a ball come off a tree better in my life.
Kept my score for the round down to 127.
128. I'll see you later.
Yeah. Now, I've been wondering about who you should work with on this one.
What about Jackson, sir? I've been thinking of using Jackson. He's pretty keen.
No, not Jackson. And not a working policeman.
Perhaps someone from Abbotsford.
Tell me, do you know anything about an outfit called the Excelsior Research Foundation?
Yes, I'm afraid I do.
Would they be of any use?
Under no circumstances.
I insist on proper ablution facilities, and I insist on a change of clothes.
If you find out who won the second leg in Adelaide, will you let us know, mate?
And fruit. We'll need plenty of fruit. Scurvy, Ken. You can't be too careful about scurvy.
Hello? Job?
Oh, hello there.
Hello. I wonder if you could help me. You do research, do you?
Yeah, we do a bit of everything. Looking for information, looking for people, looking for things.
Well, I'm writing an article for a newspaper, and I wonder if I might ask you a few questions. I won't keep you a minute.
Sure. Is it about private detectives?
Yes.
How many have you spoken to so far?
Oh, 3 or 4. I was put on to you by some people I met this morning who told me you were very good.
Look, I'm afraid I'm not really the right person to speak to about this. Perhaps if you leave me a number, I can get someone to call you.
Oh, yes, by all means. Who would be ringing?
I don't know. Probably one of the people who'd be more competent to answer your questions.
Well, they're not very difficult questions.
Not very competent people either.
Sorry?
Look, it's just not a good idea for me to say something that might conflict with what they're doing, that's all.
Oh, fair enough. Just the 2 of them, is it? And yourself. It's just that I noticed what appear to be 2 separate departments in the same office.
Which 2?
Well, I'm guessing, obviously, but I would have said one here. Occupied by someone who's fairly neat, fairly image-conscious, probably 35, a bit domineering, dark hair, 5'7", 5'8", maybe 5'9".
What's her name?
Male, unknown, begins with a B.
Very good. In the blue corner?
Yeah, there's not much to go on here. I'd say 30-ish, male, something to do with dogs. 5'8", 5'9", keeps himself to himself, name unknown.
Not bad. Just summarising then, it's now been established on the evidence available
Which
that...
may or may not be complete.
Yes, but on the evidence currently available, that you're not in fact a journalist, so much as some sort of policeman. Obviously high-ranking. Let's say London. Haven't been here for very long. looking for some assistance of some sort, but not wanting to reveal anything yourself.
Very good.
Now, I also assume that either it's very big or you have delusions of grandeur, and either way, I don't think we can help you, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. I'm doing it now. Get me a list of all the private dicks in this town who are not ex-uniform, will you?
Yeah, right away, Sarge.
One more question, I'll leave you alone. I presume these two lads are ex-cops, are they? Retired from the force now, out on their own, putting it all into practice.
I can give you a personal undertaking that the lads are not ex-cops. Their relationship with the police force is solidly based on mutual misunderstanding.
But aren't most private detectives in this city ex-cops? All the others seem to be.
Oh, no, the other ones I can't speak for. Anything less like ex-cops than the lads would be very difficult to imagine.
Are they really that hopeless?
They couldn't raffle a chook. The secretary is the only one with anything more than basic motor skills.
They mightn't have to do much.
They're incapable of doing anything.
When was the last time we had anything to do with them?
Raid on the shops in Arthur Street.
I don't know it.
Arthur Street shops got done over by that mob from Geelong. We got there about a half hour after they left. Mess everywhere, unbelievable mess. And who do we find in there, in a corner, looking tense but dignified? The two prime movers and shakers from the Excelsior Research Foundation.
Are they any good at research?
I think you could have them under the Trade Practices Act then.
Well, our friend from London seems keen to use them. He just rang up.
Well, he can't. It's out of the question. They're in jail, aside from anything else.
Well, he must have run into one of them somewhere. Intelligent and very discreet, he said.
Pat?
Yes, Pat.
Yeah, she's the one with the basic motor skills.
Well, you'd better come up with some alternative suggestions.
I will. Give us a pencil.
Who's my MP? They ought to know about places like this.
I don't know who your MP is. Don't even know who my MP is.
Why don't you know who your MP is?
Don't vote.
Now, that's irresponsible. For starters, it means you have no access to government.
Neither do you. You don't know who your MP is?
No, at least I've got one.
So have I. I just don't vote for him.
You don't even know his name.
You don't know your bloke's name either, do you?
You go out of your way to irritate me sometimes, don't you?
Why don't you just address it to the member for whatever electorate it is?
What's his? Doesn't matter. I'll go and see him when I get out. He's a close friend of mine.
Are you sure? Never more certain of anything in my life.
But they're not ex-cops.
Not even slightly, but that does not alter the
Did
fact
you know
that they're not...
that we had two ex-cops watching the airport when one of Polydec's top people arrived?
No.
They picked him up straight away and were killed, following him into town.
Oh, right, Brisbane.
That's right.
It was a head-on collision.
Right. And do you know why there was a head-on collision? Because the car was out of control. Both men had just been shot.
Well, who shot them?
I don't know, but I can tell you why they were shot. Because they were obvious. They looked like the force. There are one or two little jobs in this case that simply cannot be done by ex-cops.
Look, these guys are not ex-cops for a very good reason.
I hear what you're saying to me, Jack, but where's the alternative? This thing goes into action at 9 in the morning. Now, where are the people we can get hold of by then?
Okay, lads. There's been a bit of a change.
What's going on here?
Just a few loose ends to tie up.
Now, listen, sport, you can't just keep us locked in here till the bloody will suit you, know.
Detained without a trial.
Yeah.
This place is a gulag.
Yeah.
Human rights are being violated here by the pigs.
The
Now,
bloody
just
police
cool
state
it,
here.
fellas. You're being released. But Detective Sergeant Blair wants to see you in his office right away.
Now, what we're discussing here is a huge operation. We already have every available cop in the country assigned to it, plus ASIO, plus input from the intelligence agencies of 5 other countries. What I need now are some messenger boys. Now, as you can see, the hotspots are very definitely housed around here. Your people have covered that. If and when Polydec makes his move, it will be from here. And our people and your people are here. He can't get out. Now, these are the possible drop houses. There are about 6 of them. I doubt very much whether anything of importance will break there. I just want people to cover them. Now, I've plugged these 5. I just want someone to cover this one. Really, they have no impact whatever on the operation. They're just drops in a very, very big ocean.
Well, there's plenty of good ex-cops.
Look, Jack, I don't want ex-cops. The surveillance in these areas has to be close up. I don't want anyone who even looks like an ex-cop. We've been after Poldek for 2 years. And on 3 occasions, I got so close to him, I could almost smell him. Now, put yourself in his position. He can spot a cop at 500 yards in a heavy mist. And I have to tell you, and I promise you I mean no offense whatever, that in Australia, cops and ex-cops look more like cops and ex-cops than anywhere else on Earth. I don't want ex-cops. What I want is someone who looks both Australian and amateur.
A very tall order.
Almost a contradiction in terms.
I thank you. You're a decent person. I have no complaint against you. You've been as reasonable as circumstances have permitted. Your superiors, however, will be hearing a great deal more about this. You can't just go locking people up whenever you feel like it. It's not the 12th century anymore. Heads will roll, you mark my words. I know what this is about. And before you get on your high horse, I suggest you take a few facts on board. One, the owner of the Arthur Street Shopping Centre is not only a close personal friend of mine who has said to me several times that I can drop in there any time I like.
At 2 o'clock in the morning?
I'm not finished. Any time I like. But thirdly...
Secondly, no, this is still part of firstly.
I'm waiting. Thirdly, I've spoken to the police commissioner about you.
What was his name?
About the way we've been treated.
No, what was the commissioner's name?
Fourthly, police brutality. It's a very big issue. You're going to get your wings clipped, son.
Does he believe any of this?
Every word of it.
Fifthly, don't be silly, Ken.
I still think our boys can handle it.
Frankly, I doubt it. Poldek's here. I'm sure he is. Which I'm afraid means very big trouble indeed.
Well, you've got all the support you need.
What I need is a break. Someone to break cover. Now, unless I can plug this very quickly, no amount of cover will help. I don't want to be alarmist, but these people are very rough. You could have bodies in here by the end of the week.
It's always interesting talking to you boys. It gives me a totally different perspective.
It's a lot of fun for us, too.
Well, now that we're getting on so well, why don't I tell you why you're really here?
You mean this isn't about the shopping centre?
No.
You better let the minister know, Bryce.
Now, I realise the way to get you two to keep a secret is to not tell it to you. But in this case, I'll just say that if any of this leaks out, you'll be singing the very high bits from Old Man River.
There aren't any.
There will be. Now, have you heard of the European connection?
Yes.
I've read about it, yeah.
What is it? I mean, what is it exactly?
It's a drugs racket.
It's the drugs racket. It's the biggest drug ring in the world, supplying America, Europe and Australia through Asia. Billions of dollars of it. Now, from time to time, we mop up a bit of it here, or the French or the Italians or someone arrest their local chapter, but you can't knock the whole thing off until you get to the core of it, the people who run it.
Mr. Big.
We think that's his name, yes.
You think we're Mr. Big?
No. How can I put this?
You think Pat's Mr. Big and you want us to keep an eye on it?
Interpol have been watching 2 key figures, both in Europe, the 2 biggest operators. Now, these guys are the guys behind it. No contact with the drugs themselves, but they finance it, control it, and run it.
Very clever.
Now, about a month ago, one of these 2 drug chiefs, a man called Vasari, lost his life in an accident, in which he also lost his car, his house, and everything else within about a half-mile radius.
Good heavens.
I don't like the sound of this one already.
And about the same moment, the other drug chief, who luxuriates in the name of Janov Poldek, went missing off Interpol's radar and hasn't been seen since.
Good heavens.
So one of them has had the other one eliminated and now runs the whole operation on his own.
Now, Interpol are very anxious to find Mr. Poldek, and they have people looking for him all over the world. And in fact, there is a man from London here now looking for him in Australia.
You'll be getting to the point any time, man.
And he's going to need someone to do the odd bit of work for him.
Gladly.
Hang on a minute.
And might I say, it's about time we're given a little bit of recognition.
I don't like the sound of this, chasing after the biggest drug chief in the world.
We'll get him too.
Bryce, the guy's just vaporised some guy's house. This isn't the honourable member for subtlety we're talking about here.
You probably won't have to do much. This is a very discreet operation. This London guy is a top man. It'll be mostly research.
Fine.
We're going to be vaporised while reading a book.
Look, if it's any comfort, I think it's the worst idea I've ever heard, but you'll do this or I'll hang that shopping centre thing on you within a half hour. Now, there's no risk attached to this. All you have to do is be careful and don't discuss it.
you're the one with LQ.
What's LQ?
Leadership qualities, it's an army term, Ken.
You don't have any other work,
True.
and you have what can only be described as an overdraft of $4,000.
True.
Look, we'll probably be killed if we do this.
We don't know that for sure.
We do know that you'll go to jail if you don't.
That's true.
Look, this is like pinning the tail on the donkey. So far, we're busy, but we're possibly dead. Or we're at Rock College and we owe the bank. Personally, I can stand a little debt.
The soft option, Ken. What are we, gutless? Stand up and fight, boy.
Open the window, Pat, so Bryce can talk to the men.
Well, I say we do it. I'm going to do it. You can stay here if you like, son. But when all this is over, don't come to me looking for a piece of the glory.
Fat lot of good glory's going to do you if you get killed.
Killed?
It's an army term, Pat.
I don't care what you say. I'm going to do it.
He's going to do it.
Isn't he going to need some help to do it, Ken?
He's going to need more help to do it, Pat, than this country's ever seen.
Morning, all.
There's been a bit of a murder out at Westgate.
You, this is Detective Sergeant Allsop from Homicide. He's been assigned to the operation.
Gavin, hello. Good morning. Well, what happened? The dead man has been Senso Ormondo. He's a courier with the European connection. Oh, I guess you know that. According to the night watchman, there were about half a dozen shots, but only one hit. Through the head. We'd guess a 303, but we'll have to wait for ballistics. Transit van. They're taking time miles now and fingerprints. Would you like to talk to the night watchman? I don't think so. Thank you. Still had his address book on him.
I'll get you a copy of that.
Thanks. Thanks very much, Gavin.
Well, what happened there?
It started. A routine drop that someone inside the connection decided to intercept.
Well, how can you know that?
Ormondo must have known whoever was in that van. His real name was Stefan Andrepov, and he was an experienced courier. He wouldn't have made the drop unless he felt safe.
So, who killed him?
Harwood. But who's behind Harwood? And why would they plant an address book?
I thought Harwood was a crack shot.
He is.
Well, it took whoever killed Ormondo 6 shots.
I think you'll find it took one.
What were the other 5 for?
To make it look as if it took 6. Harwood doesn't take 6 shots to do anything. If he wants you dead, you're dead.
I don't know whether this is the right time to bring it up or not, but I've been asked to work on this case too.
Out of the question, Pat.
What doing?
Working with that man from London.
Kingdom?
Yep.
Well, you better stay here, Pat. This one's liable to get a bit messy. Best place for you is right here.
Best place for us all is right here.
What does he want you to do anyway?
Be his assistant?
He's mad.
Do you want to do it?
Why not? There's nothing else happening.
You'll stay here, Pat. Windows are filthy.
A yes and a no. Casting vote required from the chair.
I'll do it. Thank you very much.
That is the view of the chair.
The chair is a bloody idiot.
You stay behind afterwards, Bryce, and straighten the furniture.
This is fantastic. This setup looks virtually foolproof. It looks virtually foolproof. Perhaps if I just keep saying it over and over and over again.
Blair? Yes, put him on. Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, it's fantastic. Never seen anything like it.
Background, Kingdom. Supplied, Blair. Pat, T2. Facts. Kingdom is a top man from Interpol closing in on the European connection. Has reason to believe that a Mr. Big is hiding somewhere here in Australia. Well, it's only natural he should want us in.
Does he know that you were asked to find a crate of men's fashion accessories and that you got arrested breaking into a shopping centre?
Unlucky.
Does he know it was the wrong shopping centre?
You disappoint me, Pat. We've actually got you a job on this one. The least you could do is show a little bit of enthusiasm.
Sounds very dangerous, Bryce.
Part of the job pattern. Goes with a badge.
He must hypnotise himself every morning.
Sorry, what did you not order again?
Coffees all round. 2 cappuccinos and 1 flat white.
Why did we come here?
Because it's recommended.
So are dental checkups.
This is him. This is Poldek. That's what it's all about. Look at the face.
Nice jacket.
Who wanted the tea?
No one. 2 cappuccinos and 1 flat white.
Look, if it makes it any easier, we'll have 3 white coffees, all right?
Make up your mind.
Outwardly a smooth operator, but underneath, a maniac, a complete psychotic.
And you want us to bring him in?
No, I don't want you...
Tea's off. Ray said he's not going to make a fresh pot for just one of you.
We ordered coffee.
Did you?
No, I don't want you going anywhere near him. We have bases in 5 countries, we have ASIO backup, we have police. All I want you to do is to watch an address for us.
What are they for?
Eating.
We're drinking coffee.
So don't use them.
One of Poldek's top men is a marksman called Harwood. He's mafia trained and wanted on about 6 murder charges, although 60 would be closer to the figure.
Ah, you want us to bring him in?
No. Look, you have no authority to bring anyone in. The fact is there are 30 possible addresses for Harwood. We want you to watch one of them, nothing else. Now, if anyone comes or goes at this address, you are to press this.
A biro.
Yes, a biro, but also an elaborate signalling and homing device. 1 press means you've seen someone, 2, you're suspicious, and 3, well, you won't have to worry about that.
What does 3 mean anyway?
It means you've seen Poldek.
And what would happen then?
What would happen, Bryce, is that every available law enforcement officer and security person in the country would descend on him.
Here we go. 1 flat white and 2 cappuccinos.
Thank heavens.
Who ordered the mushroom omelette?
Set this whole thing up in 3 days. He's got this fella Poldek and all his hit and support people coded into the system somewhere. If they get out of here, it'll be in a box.
Now, hang on. Just a second. You reneged. You told me you didn't have any hearts.
I said I didn't have any clubs.
I heard you. You said hearts.
I said clubs. You see me play 4 clubs, haven't you?
What are these down here? These cards, where'd they come from? Naked ladies all over the cards.
Just
beyond
put
me.
down the 2 and now you've got it.
All right, there you go.
Double it, you miss a turn, pal.
Well, I think that should be a missed deal.
Yeah, it's just because you lost 3 in a row.
It should be a missed deal. We haven't been
lost
playing with
3
a
in a
full
row.
deck.
How's it going, Pat? Enjoying yourself?
Good.
It's strange, these setups. 200 people sit around for weeks on end with nothing happening. Suddenly, bang! The board erupts, we're on code double red, and everyone's in overdrive.
Another fine and sunny day coming up today, a top of 18 degrees, and here's a song for the day called...
When we first started watching these flats, I thought I might get bored. But after 15 hours of it, I'm really starting to enjoy myself. Get down!
Who is it?
I don't know, I didn't see.
Is there someone out there?
I think so. If there isn't, how are we going to know when they've gone? It's a postman. I think this might be a first, Bryce. We're hiding from a postman. Yes, he's on a bike. He's in a uniform. And he's delivering letters. Be very careful, Ken. G'day. I was wondering if you could help us. My mate and I have been watching this place for a while.
What me?
Oh, he's in the car. He's hiding.
Why is he hiding?
Hate publicity. Do you know the bloke that lives in number 3?
No, I'm just a postman here. I don't know anybody.
Hasn't been here for a while.
Oh, yeah?
The letters haven't been collected.
Ooh.
Doesn't Doesn't that make you suspicious?
No.
Well, looks as though Harwood's flown the coop.
Looks like he's migrated.
Oh, he's, Harwood.
Sorry, I can't tell you anything. We're private investigators, working on an international drug case, Interpol. We'll try and keep your name out of it.
Please.
Might as well get back.
Yep.
Hey, guys, if you'll find that bloke, could you tell him to clear this out?
Will do, friend.
Sorry. Does your wife work, Jack?
Yeah, she's a kindergarten teacher. Went back to it last year. Yours?
We've been living apart for a while. She teaches art at the Polytechnic. Has done for years. It's her birthday on Friday. Just a minute. Ah, that's a familiar face. Emile Rochette. That's interesting. One of Poldeck's right-hand men.
Bloody hell, are they holding a convention here? You come up with anything yet?
Few leads, few stakeouts. Okay.
Bryce and Ken, are they in any danger?
Who? No, no. Not if they follow orders.
Maybe I better buy a wreath now.
I think you boys had better bow out now. It's getting a bit dangerous.
Doesn't worry us.
2 more bodies have just been found.
Doesn't worry Bryce.
The connection's dissolving. Internal war. It could get very bloody.
Perhaps Harwood's dead already.
I doubt it. One of the corpses looked like Harwood's work.
Well, we've been watching the house for a couple of weeks now, and we haven't seen anything, not a sign.
He's been out, all right. How, I don't know. He's very good. He must have got wind.
Yeah, Bryce gets that a bit.
Postman reckon it's been a couple of weeks since
The
the
postman?
Yes.
What did he look like?
Didn't look oldish.
Middle-aged. Red stripe down his trouser leg.
Tall.
Short. Medium.
Average. He was on a bike.
Crippled left hand?
No.
It wasn't Harwood.
At least I don't think it was crippled.
He didn't move it?
Not much.
Not at all. Hardly. He kept it in his pocket.
Oh, God.
What did you tell him?
Nothing.
Oh, God.
Bryce?
Nothing. Didn't tell him anything.
Did you mention Harwood's name?
No.
No.
Or the drugs, or the case?
No.
No.
Did you follow the postman? Watch him deliver letters for a few streets? To make sure it was a real postman?
I don't think we did that, did we, Bryce?
No, I don't think we did do that, no.
Right. I think we have a problem. I think you have definitely made contact with Harwood.
Oh, no.
Who would now be trying to find out who you are.
Oh, please.
But he's going to have trouble. I think you better get off here and stay very, very low. Any trouble, remember the biro. Out of here, go!
Yeah, the biro. You've got the biro.
Haven't you got it?
I've got the biro.
Now, this could actually work out to our advantage. Put the frighteners on a few people. Force their hands.
What about those two?
They'll be all right. They're very impressive, aren't they?
This is your fault.
We didn't tell the postman who we were, did we?
No. Did we?
Punch it up, Les. 25.
25. Yes, that's the Hungarian. Close Unit B. Tell 2-6 the sector to their left is on red. Patch me in. Move in now, 4. Your boys have set the cat among the pigeons.
going south. Bugger it, he's turned off.
Stay with him. Don't lose visual contact.
In pursuit now, sir. Heading east.
Have you got visual?
Not yet, sir.
Put your foot down.
Chopper's got him, sir. You stop.
What's he playing at? Go east. Keep going east. Oh, come on. Don't let me down now. Good. Good. Always the same pattern.
We'll have him now, sir. Vehicle within range in 15 metres.
Section 1-8. Close that railway line at H42. He's out of the car. Cover the railway both sides. Now, how long is this stretch of railway line? Section 1-8, 4 marksmen, 2 either side. Get some extra backup on the other side of that railway yard. Unit 6, don't touch the car. There goes the car. We might just have him here, Jack. Sector 1-8, very good. Thanks a lot. Pat, I'm pulling your blokes out now. This is getting very dangerous. Jack, you're in charge. I'll be back in an hour. Thanks, everyone. Well done.
This is absurd. I've been banking here for the past 15 years.
It'll have to go through an account.
But it's from Interpol.
It doesn't matter what oil company it's from. We can't cash it until it's cleared.
Don't have time to argue. Closing in on a drug syndicate.
I wouldn't do that.
This really is monstrous.
Perhaps we should buy this place.
I just might do that, Ken, when all this is over. I mean, how can we stay low? We got no money. And you still owe me $3 for dog food.
Yeah. Freeze!
Gentlemen, I've been waiting.
What are you going to do?
Grab a cup of coffee, wait for your contact, kill you, and hope we'll have an early night. Sit down. Sit down, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Right, lads, I've decided to pull you out of it altogether.
Please!
Oh, Christ, here we go. Patch me in. Attention all units, we have a code red. Repeat, code red. Stand by. Where's the call from?
Sector 16.
Sector 16, who's that? Oh, bloody hell, why me? Stand by, everyone.
And why should I do that?
Because these two mean nothing to you. And I can help you to get out.
I can take them with me.
True.
I can kill them now.
That's true, too.
Why wouldn't I?
Because you stand a very good chance of getting out of this altogether. If you and I go alone, and you don't leave bodies around.
What do you know?
I know a lot. Everything.
Who are you?
I'll tell you in the car. Well, let's go. You don't have much time.
We're going to move, Sarge?
Oh, I don't know. It's Bryce and Ken.
Well, they have signalled double red alert, sir.
I bloody know that. Where's Kingdom?
He went out to see Bryce and Ken.
Kingdom's with them?
Yeah.
Why doesn't anybody tell me these things? Move, everyone, move!
We're following the tracer, sir, but we haven't made visual.
Stay with it. There's a good chance Kingdom and 2 personnel have been taken. Be careful when you get close in. We'll move into positions. Remember, Kingdom and 2 civilians are in there too. When you enter, hit hard, but we don't want our people getting hurt.
Roger.
Tell me when you're in position.
Affirmative. In position now, sir.
Stand by. Don't shoot unless shot at.
Roger.
You hear a lot of things on the news about police corruption. They run the drug racket, they run the crime syndicates, they're all on the take. It's completely untrue, of course. A lot of them are out doing very good work. And some of them are out doing things like this.
Ready to move, sir?
Go. Stop!
What's happening to God's sake?
Code double red.
What's that, sir? They're not in trouble. They're in their office looking for a change of underwear. Oh, no.
Where is it?
Sector 3.
Sir, Poldeck. We've seen him. He's heading south. Request backup. Repeat, Poldeck sighted.
Harwood's got to Poldeck. Who we got in Sector 3? Two years I've been after Poldeck. 2 years.
Tough break.
Shut up, Bryce.
Bit by bit, I constructed a trap for him. Forcing him. Always forcing him into a last desperate corner. We had him, you know. I could almost touch him. I could almost hear his breathing. Then, within the space of a few days, you completely destroyed the work of nearly 1,000 people.
Simply not true.
Look, how long do we have to listen to this anyway?
Not only did you broadcast what was supposed to be a top-secret operation,
A lie.
but you also took a $5,000 signaling device and gave it to a woman in a bank.
It was stolen.
The fact is that Poldeck has once again escaped our net, and 1,000 highly trained operatives working in 5 countries over a period of 2 years have arrested 3 women from a church auxiliary group on charges as yet unknown.
Well, sounds to me like your organization wasn't up to it.
Shut up, Bryce.
Shut up, Kenya. Shut up, Bryce.
Now, I'm given to understand that the laws of this country make killing you a problem.
I'm sure we could have them waived.
Oh, I was warned about you. Jack pleaded with me. He told me you were the 2 most stupid people in Australia, but I did not listen to him. Now, let me just say this. You will never be allowed to leave this country again. Your appearance in any other place on Earth will be regarded as an act of war. and treat it accordingly.
I'm sure.
If I ever see you again, and I'm sure these gentlemen won't mind my saying this, you will be charged with something. Possibly the great train robbery. I will fit you up and you will go down for 60 or 70 years.
The same applies here. If any member of the force has occasion to have dealings with you, then you will be put away.
And for these purposes, the term dealings shall include sighting, hearing, and remembering.
You may go.
Well, that seemed to go pretty well.
That was the final program in this series. Stay tuned for details of an old favourite returning next week.